Welcome, yogis. We've made it to another week. Another class is coming your way. Elizabeth Scala here, your host. Today we're going to primarily be seated and lying down, just to kind of help you get your space orchestrated. Yoga blocks are always handy, or if you don't have a block, just something similar to use. Same with a yoga strap. If you don't have a specific yoga strap, a belt, a necktie, something similar to use. And finally, a folded blanket. You can take any blanket you have and kind of fold it up accordion style to get some thickness in case you want to put that under your seat. So yes, yoga is about the now. I've been reiterating that week after week. So tune in to the body in this moment. Try not to compare and contrast to the last time you practiced yoga or a future goal. We are here in this space, in this time, in this body. Speaking of the body, if you have any physical limitations or restrictions placed upon you from a healthcare provider, honor those. Certainly listen to those restrictions you've been given for your personal body in this moment. And even more importantly than our healthcare team, us. Honor your own physical body. So if you move into a pose or a stretch and you feel sharp, shooting, stinging, burning, nasty pain, back out of that posture. Sit and breathe quietly. Meet us in the next stretch. If there's just a little bit of ache, some tension, that's normal. That's yoga. It's about the stretching. It's about exploring the edge. It's about seeing if you can breathe into the posture. So listen to your body. I cannot see you through this screen. So I trust you will honor restrictions you have from your medical team if you do, if you're under the care of a provider, or your own physical body. I'll do my best to give us cues to facilitate the class, to instruct. But it's up to you to listen to yourself, to explore the pose, to feel the physical body in each posture. With that being said, let us begin. So we're going to begin in a seated posture. Typically we sit on our bum, but you can sit on a block if that's helpful for you. So you would just put the block underneath your sits bones and you would sit on the edge of that block. Or alternatively, you can use a folded blanket or a pillow or a cushion. You just want to get your hips elevated above your knees. And when you sit cross-legged or like in this cross-legged seat, and if your knees are way up here, reaching up towards your shoulders, and you can't get them to go down because your hips are not open or externally rotated yet. Maybe you have been at your desk all day or in a car. So that's why we sit on a yoga block, a pillow, a cushion, a blanket, so that our hips are higher than our knees. So go ahead and get yourself situated. We will begin with a breathing practice, and then we'll move into the postures. So go ahead and find your seat. Grounding the sits bones to whatever surface is beneath them. Elongating the spine. It's as if there's a string from the sits bones traveling up the spine and exiting through the crown. So pulling that crown of your head towards the heavens. Relax your shoulder blades. So typically our shoulders are up, scrunched near our ears. So go ahead and lift the shoulders and then slide them down the back, allowing the shoulders to drop. You can keep your eyes open if you prefer or if you need to. Or alternatively, you can close your eyes or take a soft gaze to the edge of your nose. Breathing in and out of the nose if that's available to you today. And let's start with a breathing practice. So we're going to inhale, hold the breath, exhale, and hold the breath. So 4 items, and each for the count of 4. So 4 square breathing. I'll guide you through several rounds, and then I will allow you to practice on your own. So go ahead and inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pausing here 1, 2, 3, 4. Now inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Pause 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. Now pause here for 2, 3, 4, and continue on your own. Beautiful. Now return to your own breathing, natural rhythm, natural pace, letting go of that 4 square breath. You can keep your eyes closed if you prefer, or you can blink them open, whichever your choice. Let's just open up and warm up the neck. So tilting our left ear towards our left shoulder, pausing here, and then exploring the stretch, maybe looking up, maybe looking down. Just notice where you feel sensations in the neck and send the breath like a little teeny pair of lungs breathing in and out of the neck muscles. Lovely. With your exhale, bring your chin to your chest, and with your inhale, the right ear to the right shoulder. Again, pausing here, exploring the pose, breathing into the body. With your exhale, chin to chest. One more time, the left ear to the left shoulder. Notice the body. breathing into sensations. Exhaling chin to chest, and the right ear to the right shoulder on your inhale. Again, explore the stretch with the breath. Keep breathing, sending the breath to where you feel the body in this moment. Exhaling the chin to the chest, and with your inhale, picking the head back up to neutral. Wonderful. All right, so we are going to explore some stretches here seated, and then we're going to move to lying down on our backs. So the first stretch will be with our legs extended long in front of us. And you can have your knees slightly bent if you need. You can bring that folded blanket underneath the knees. That feels nice. Or even your yoga blocks. If you have that strap and you want to use it, or if you can't reach your feet because of some kind of limitation in the arm, go ahead and take the strap or your hands. We're going to be forward folding here. So with our inhale, let's lift our arms up long and tall, and with a flat back, hinge forward just a bit. Inhaling to lift the arms and lengthen. Exhaling, forward folding with that flat back. One more time before rounding down. Inhale to lift and lengthen. And then exhale, rounding the back, nose coming towards the knees. Hands can rest at your feet, your ankles, your shins, or you can use that strap. Go ahead and drop your head, releasing your neck. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. And continuing to breathe into the forward fold. Notice where you feel those sensations in the body, perhaps the back of the legs, perhaps the lower back, perhaps the upper back. Explore the body, breathing in to those physical sensations. With your inhale, pressing your hands up your legs, gently rolling up. Excellent. If you did have a blanket or a block beneath your knees, go ahead and remove that. Bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. Your hands can be behind you, and just rock the knees from side to side. Excellent. All right, coming to stillness. We're going to go into the butterfly posture. So similarly, as we just did with a forward fold, but this time the soles of the feet come together, making a diamond shape between the torso, the knees, and the feet. If your hips are still kind of talking to you and you'd like to place a block underneath the outside of your knees, you can do so. So the block would go underneath the knees. Or you don't need blocks, that's fine too. So again, inhale, sitting up to lift and lengthen through the crown. And with the exhale, just hinging forward from the hips with a flat back, just a bit. Inhaling to lift and lengthen that spine. Exhaling forward, hinging at the hips. One more time before rounding. Inhale to lift through the spine, lengthen that flat back. And now with your exhale, rounding the back, The head is coming towards the feet. Your hands can be on your feet, your ankles, wherever is comfortable for you. Let the head hang heavy. So nod the head yes, shake the head no, just allowing yourself to release that neck. The head might come all the way towards the feet if it's able. Just explore the edge of this posture with your breathing, sending the breath to where you feel sensations in the body. Lovely. With your inhale, pressing those hands, rounding up, coming back up to seated. And just like before, soles of the feet to the ground, bent knees, and allowing yourself to windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Excellent. All right. Now we're going to extend one leg long and bend the other knee in towards that inner thigh. The foot that's extended long, flex those toes towards the ceiling. If your knee has a slight bend or needs a slight bend, that's fine. If you'd like to use your strap to help you forward fold, we can do that too. So let's inhale, and you'll lift the chest, lift through the spine, crown of the head towards the heavens. And as you exhale, hinging at that hip with a flat back, leading with the chest. You may not get very far. Again, inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale to just bring yourself a teeny bit forward, hinging at that hip. And then again, like last time, inhaling to lift and lengthen. Final time, exhale, rounding that back, walking your hands down the strap or down your leg, resting on your shin, your ankle, your feet, or the strap. Let your nose float towards your knee. Breathe into the body, sending the breath to where you feel the stretch. With your inhale, pressing your hands, pushing yourself back up to your seat. We're going to do the other side. So the leg that was lengthened will now bend, and the leg that was bent will now straighten. Sit up long and tall, grounding through your sits bones. Toes are flexed up towards the heavens, so a flexed foot. You can use your strap or you don't have to, up to you. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And with your exhale, starting to hinge at that hip, leading with the chest, flat back. Inhale, lift through the crown. And then exhale, hinging just a little bit deeper. Finally, lifting to lengthen. And as before, with our exhale, rounding the back, taking your hands down your strap, or maybe making contact with your shin, your ankle, or even your foot. Float your nose towards your knee, dropping the head, breathing into the body. Explore the edge of the stretch. Excellent. With your inhale, pressing those hands into the floor, rounding up, coming back to your seat. Great job, yogis. All right, so Let's come back to our seat with our cross-legged posture. You can choose to sit on a pillow, cushion, or block, or just right onto your yoga mat. Let's go ahead and have, I'm going to tilt so you can see me, our hands on our thighs. We're sitting with a flat back. And with our inhale, we're going to lift our chest, send our gaze to the sky, drop the shoulders, arch that lower back. And with the exhale, round the back, tucking your chin to your chest, belly button comes towards the spine. Inhaling, lift the chest, gaze up, drop the shoulders, arch the back. Exhale, round the back, belly button towards spine, chin to chest. Inhale, shoulders drop, chest lifts, gaze up. Exhale, round the back, belly button to spine, chin to chest. Keep moving in the seated cat-cow at your pace, following your own breathing for a few rounds. Keep breathing, linking the movement to the breath. See if you can pause in moving until the breath leads you and tells you it's time to start to shift. One more time in each direction. Fantastic. All right, come on back to your seat, neutral seat. We just moved our spine, flexion and extension. It's great. If you've been here with me, you know this. All right, so now we'll go side to side. I'm going to grab my block and just have it ready for my afflicted side, because we do want to bring our palm to the ground. And if you're unable to, because of some kind of arm limitation, go ahead and use your block. But we're going to be making contact with the palm of our hand out to the side. So go ahead and inhale one arm up, and with your exhale, lean to the side, palm coming to the ground. Let's pause here, breathing, opening that chest, gazing up towards the inner elbow, feeling the side body, breathing into where you feel that stretch. Excellent. Inhale the body up. Exhale that first arm down, other side. Inhale the arm up. Exhaling over, hanging out here for a couple breaths, opening that chest, gazing up towards the inner elbow, breathing into the stretch, sending the breath to where you feel the body. Excellent. Inhale the body back up. Exhale that arm down. Go back to the first side. Inhaling up. Exhaling over. Hanging out here for a couple breaths. Breathing into the side body. Inhaling up. Exhaling the arm down, other side. Inhale up. Exhale over. Exploring the stretch. Be sure to open the chest. Gazes up. Breathing into the body. Inhaling back up. Lovely. Let's just shake that out. We're going to explore a twist. So go ahead and lengthen the left leg, having the right leg bent and taking the right foot and placing it on the outside of the left thigh. You can take your block if you need a block, because we do want our hand to come to the ground. The block would be outside of your left hip, so your left hand can come to it when we twist. So inhale, lifting to lengthen, and then exhale, that right arm comes around the right leg, and you're twisting towards your left shoulder. Inhaling up to lift and lengthen. Exhaling to twist a little bit deeper. That left hand is coming to the outside, a little bit behind the left hip. Inhaling up. Exhaling to twist. Keep on breathing. Exploring your edge of the posture. Gently and slowly unwinding. Taking a breath, and we'll go to the other side. So lengthen that left leg, bending the right leg, and placing the right foot on the outside of the left thigh. If you need a block, you'll place it to the outside and a little bit behind the right hip. Inhale, lift to lengthen, and with your exhale, start turning towards your right shoulder. The left arm will wrap around the leg. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to twist. Inhaling to lift through the spine, exhaling to twist, exploring your edge of the posture. Keep on breathing. Gently and slowly unwinding, coming back to neutral. Excellent, yogis. All right, so we're going to move towards lying down on our backs. If you'd like to take a sip of water, as I will, please do. All right, keeping all the props handy. All right, go ahead and lie down flat on your back. Oh, yeah. Let your toes flop out towards the corners of your mat, letting your hands just rest for a moment. One hand on your belly, just around the navel, and one hand on your abdomen, a little bit above the navel, just below your chest. Notice your breathing in and out of the nose. See if you can push the belly out on the inhale, causing that hand that's on the belly to rise. Deep diaphragmatic breathing deeply into the belly. Excellent. All right. So let's go ahead and bend our knees, soles of the feet coming to the mat. Go ahead and gently rock those knees side to side, just opening up that lower back, allowing the hips to get some little bits of movement here. And then if you're able to, go ahead and pick the soles of the feet up, having the bent knees and taking your arms, if you can, and wrapping them around the shins. And just letting yourself roll from side to side, massaging that spine. Now, you might stay right here, or you may even explore letting the hands go and then continuing to roll those knees side to side, but sort of dipping down towards the tailbone to really massage the tailbone, the lower back. And even as you come out to the sides, you might even feel your hips. So just this is a place where you honor that body of yours. As I say in the beginning, I can't see you. So just roll around here, massaging the hips, that tailbone, the lower back. You can keep your hands in if that was glorious. I mean, just explore massaging your spine. Do this every evening. And I could just lay and do this for minutes after minutes after minutes, but I know we have to move on for class. All right, lovely. So coming to stillness, let's drop the soles of the feet to the ground, and then let's find that strap. And keeping one leg bent, let's explore lifting the other leg and taking that strap so it's around the sole of our foot. And then letting the foot lengthen. Your knee can be bent, that's perfectly fine. And go ahead and just explore bringing the foot in towards the head. So the knee coming towards the chest. Keep on breathing. Important to continue with the breath. Noticing where you feel the body. Excellent. Now, the sole of the foot that's on the mat, let that leg lengthen long and see what that does to the foot that's in the strap. Explore again, pulling that foot towards you, attempting to get that knee towards your nose. Not sure that'll ever happen, but it can. Keep breathing. And then just explore moving that leg, moving that foot a bit from side to side. Now go ahead and allow the foot, it's going to come towards you, to drop out towards the side. So opening up. Make sure the hip of that leg that is lengthened on the mat does not pop up. So if it's popping up, press it down with the hand and maybe you can't open the leg quite as far. Keep that hip so both hips are pinned to the mat. Both buttocks are pinned to the mat. Don't let yourself roll over. All right, inhaling that foot back up. And now exploring bringing the foot so it's crossing the body and it's crossing that straightened leg. Again, keeping both shoulder blades. Now your shoulders are the point of contact. Both shoulder blades on the floor and seeing with that strap, just exploring your edge, noticing the sensations in the body. Breathe into where you're feeling the stretch. Inhaling that foot back up, coming back to center. And if you've been using that strap, you can release it for a moment, bending the knee and now making circles with the knee. And then allowing those circles to go in the opposite direction. Change directions. Wonderful. So still working on this side. This leg that we've had up is going to stay up. The leg that's lengthened, bring that sole of the foot back to the mat. Taking the lifted leg, the outside of the ankle, and placing it on the thigh just below the knee of that bent leg. You can stay right here. You can apply some pressure to this inner thigh, and you can stay right here if you're already feeling a stretch. Or you can choose to lift the foot off the mat, thread the arm through the hole, and then clasp your hands behind your thigh. Both feet are flexed and pulling that lifted leg towards your chest. Keep on breathing. Remember to breathe. And you're sending your breath to where you feel the stretches in the body. Go ahead and release your hands. Let the foot float back to the mat. And we'll do one more here with this side before we release this foot and change. This foot that is ankle to the thigh, this leg, cross it right over as if you're sitting in a chair and now you're crossing one leg over the other. Now lift your hips and rotate, meaning let yourself lie on the hip where your knees are going to flop. So if your knees are flopping to the right, lay on those right hips. If your knees are flopping to the left, lay on your left hips. Go ahead and allow the knees to float towards the floor. Both shoulders stay pinned to the mat, arms open in a T, taking a spinal twist. Breathing here, in and out of the nose. Just allowing yourself to explore the edge of the stretch. With your next inhale, using your core, lift your knees back up to center. Square those hips back to the mat. Lift the foot in the air and allow it to come to the mat. So both soles of the feet are touching the mat. All right, we did a lot of work on one side. So now we're going to flip to the other side. Lift the opposite leg in the air, bringing your strap around the sole of your foot. Keeping the leg bent, so the sole of the foot of the other leg is still, the sole of the foot still on the mat and the leg is still bent before we straighten, okay? So we're just exploring here, bringing our foot towards our head, our knee towards our chest, just pulling on our strap, breathing into the body and feeling the sensations as we do this. Okay, now lengthen that leg that is bent, allowing it to flop down to the mat. And again, exploring pulling the strap towards you, stretching the back of that leg, breathing into the body. Excellent, yogis. All right, now remember as before, allowing that leg to flop open. So opening the leg wide. Remember, keeping both hips pinned to the mat, both buttocks pinned to the mat. So don't let your hip pop up. If your hip is popping up, you need to close the leg a little. So just exploring, where's the edge of my stretch, but I don't want to compromise the posture. So stretch the leg, keeping both sits bones fully to the floor. Inhaling that leg back up to center. Both sits bones are still to the floor. And now allowing that leg to flop across the body, coming across the pelvis, across that straightened leg. But again, don't compromise the posture. So make sure both shoulders are pinned to the floor. Don't let a shoulder pop up as you stretch the body, stretch the leg across the body. Inhaling that leg back up to center. Excellent, yogis. All right, so now you can release the strap, hug the knee towards the chest, and go ahead and make those circles with the knee. Now allow the circles to go in the opposite direction. Wonderful. All right, coming to stillness. That leg that is lengthened, go ahead and bend that leg, bring the sole of the foot to the mat. This leg we've been working with, go ahead and take the outside of the ankle and place the outside of the ankle on that upper thigh. You could stay right here if this is already providing you with a stretch, or with your inhale, lift the foot off the mat, thread the arm through the hole, clasp your hands behind your thigh. Both feet are flexed and pulling that knee towards your chest. Keep on breathing. Notice where you feel the body sending the breath to those sensations. Excellent. Unclasp your hands, letting the foot float back to the floor. Last stretch with this leg. So go ahead and lift that foot in the air, and remember, cross the leg over the other, so it's as if you're sitting cross-legged in a chair. Now we're going to take our spinal twist. So lift the hips and roll over onto the hip side where the knees are bending towards. So if your knees are shooting off to the right, roll onto that right hip. Arms extend wide, keeping both shoulders to the floor. Alternatively, if you were rolling towards the left, your legs were floating to the left, then float towards that left hip. Keep on breathing, allowing the breath to permeate the spinal twist. With your inhale, using the core strength, lifting your knees back up to center. Lift those hips, square them off to the mat, and then lift both feet. And allowing yourself just to gently rock from side to side as we did before. You can hug your knees in. You don't have to hold on to your knees. It's up to you. Just allowing yourself to rock gently from side to side, massaging out that spine. Beautiful. So we are going to move into Shavasana here in a moment. But before we do, you could take any final postures of your choosing. So if you have a favorite yoga pose, you can do that. Or if you don't have one that you choose, you can always move into Happy Baby, where the soles of the feet are as if they are parallel to the ceiling. The knees flop out wider than the chest, and if you can, grabbing those insoles of the feet and just rocking from side to side. As I said, you could take this posture or you can take any final postures, perhaps a supported shoulder stand or just putting the legs up in the air, perhaps just rocking on your spine vertically, as we did a lot of horizontal. I like doing this too. If you chose your favorite posture and it's on a side and you need to move to the other side, go ahead and move to the other side. This is yogi's choice, yogi play. All right, lovely yogis. Okay, so if you were in that second side of your favorite posture, let's go ahead and start moving ourselves towards the corpse pose. So allowing your feet to come down, extending your legs long, pinky toes flop open towards the corners of your mat. Go ahead and lift your hips, tucking your tailbone down, and similarly lift those shoulders, so lift your chest, bringing the shoulder blades down the back. Your arms are at your side, extended a little bit away from the body, palms faced up. If you have any challenges with your hands or arms and you can't extend them out, you can place the hand on the belly. Your arms can just be bent at your side, whatever's the most comfortable for you. Go ahead and notice your breathing in this corpse pose, breathing in and out of the nose. Let's just scan the physical body before we quiet down in silence. So send your attention to your toes. Notice the balls of your feet and the tops of your feet. Bring your awareness to your heels. Scanning the ankles. Noticing your lower legs, the calves, lower legs and shins. Just bringing your awareness to the bottom half of your legs. Sending the breath to the knees. Perhaps expressing gratitude to the knee joints. Bringing the attention to the thighs, the fronts and the backs of the thighs, insides and outsides of the legs. Noticing your sits bones and pelvis. Observing your abdomen. Perhaps you feel the breath. Bringing your attention to the belly, the middle back. Scanning the rib cage, the middle back. Observing the heart center, the chest, the upper back. Bring your awareness to your fingertips. Noticing the palms of the hands and backs of the hands. Breathing into the wrists, the lower arms, forearms. Observing the elbows, Scanning the upper arms, biceps and triceps, into the shoulders. Noticing the collarbone. Feeling the neck. Noticing the chin, the jaw. Relax the jaw, perhaps open and close the mouth. Notice your face, nose, eyes. Relax the eyelids, relax the eyebrows, relax the temples. Notice the back of your head and the top of the head. Feel the whole body connecting with the mat. Breathe into the body and allow the body to be still, integrating the stretches from the practice for the next several moments. Go ahead and begin to gently and slowly wiggle the fingers and toes. Perhaps pointing and flexing the toes, opening and closing the fists. Making some circles at the ankles and wrists. Moving the arms and legs gently, bringing small physical movements. Perhaps taking the arms overhead, reaching the fingertips and pointing the toes, stretching the whole body long. When you're ready to, bending one knee and then the other, soles of the feet to the mat, allowing your body to lay on its right side, resting your head in the bicep, moving slowly and gently in your time and your space, pressing your hand into the mat, lifting yourself back up to seated. Coming to your cross-legged seat, or whatever seat you find most comfortable in this moment. Hands can be at your sides or in your lap, gently closing the eyes for a moment. Repeating these words to yourself. May I choose to feel happy. May I choose to feel well. May I choose to live in peace. May I choose to be free, free from unnecessary suffering. Taking a deep inhale to the belly and exhaling with a sigh. Allow your hands to drop at your sides, and with your inhale, palms facing up, lifting the hands towards the sky, bringing the palms together, exhaling your hands to heart center. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste, yogis. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's practice. Hi there. Thanks for joining us, Lydia. For those watching, this is a weekly class, so we'll see you again next time, same time and place. I have a couple of announcements. Number one would be I'm going to begin teaching in-person yoga classes in my area. So I know those watching this video are far and wide, but if you are in the Hereford, Parkton, northern Baltimore County area of Maryland, classes will be starting in Hereford in January. There'll be 2 weekly sessions, Saturdays and then a weeknight, and classes will be limited to just 6 people each for safety and spacing. So if you'd like more information, comment below. I'm happy to share that. Secondly, I am open for private clients. I have 5 spaces available for private clients for yoga, qigong, meditation, mantra, Reiki, all the fun stuff that I can facilitate and lead you with your leadership. Really, it's me just facilitating the practice. So 5 spaces available for private clients, and if you'd like more information, visit my website, elizabethscala.com. And then the final announcement is there will be some weeks where they won't have class coming up based on American holidays and such. So just keep following the page and I'll let you know when we will have class versus not. But if you have any requests for a type of class or a focus on an area of the body or just any kind of feedback, please share questions or comments in the chat features below the video. Again, you can find more information about working with me or even just some articles and other resources on my website, which is my name, elizabethscala.com. And again, until next time, I so appreciate sharing the practice with you, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Take care.